He's going to be letting that Leica through with that Water Monkey King draft.
I really like that Water Monkey King because that Water Monkey King is going to do a lot of damage into Elmimo's team here, and additionals do a lot into Chroma. But Elmimo might not be afraid of that as his units are tanky enough, but because of that Leica and that vulnerability he's brought in with that, he kind of is forced to ban out that Water Monkey King. And of course, the Wusa ban is interesting given the fact that Zephyr has a Changpeng on the field already.
Yep, and a strip reset coming out of the form of Cigar. But here we go! We've got our first match between Zephyr and Elmimo. This is a big one. It's a highly anticipated match with Miles kicking off against this Changpeng.
Yeah, so Zephyr, again, bringing in a lot of aggression here. Gonna need to be able to take a huge advantage in turn 1. That Chroma is gonna need to do work with his passive. Elmimo is gonna need to hang on and then eventually find a way to snipe out a unit of Zephyr's.
Ooh, Zephyr trying to go after this Leica. Leica did take that very, very well. Get the silence sitting on top of the Changpeng. Leica trying to pummel the damage on top of the Changpeng. Changpeng being the unit that he really wants to focus down here. It's not looking very good for the Changpeng, though.
Not looking very good. That's an absolutely massive proc that the Miles had earlier, allowing him to do that extra bit of damage and might take that Changpeng out. But at the same time, that Miles is taunted up and does have a defense break, so there is a vulnerability on Elmimo's side. Let's see if Zephyr is going to be able to capitalize.
Also confirming that that was a Despair Changpeng. Wasn't expecting to see that here. Trying to take advantage of defense break, sitting on top of that Miles as well.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out from this Leica over time. And again, the huge, massive proc coming out from Miles there takes out the Changpeng and adds a stack to Nana.
That's a really big win right there. He's able to violent proc out and take out the Changpeng. 2 orbs being extremely important. Defense break sitting on top of the Miles. Miles is going to be shaking that defense break. Looking for the strip stun on top of the Masha. Gets it. We're going to see some damage coming out from this Chroma. Leica looking to take advantage of this Masha.
Wow, and in this situation, Elmimo has 2 stacks on the Nana, has a protection from the Chroma. There's not much Zephyr can do. Zephyr's going to need to proc a lot. It's not over yet. Zephyr does need a lot of procs, but he's eating a lot of damage and needs to keep this Masha in its current form.
He's trying to dismount that Masha. Once the Masha is dismounted, it's definitely not going to be looking good for Zephyr. There goes one of the orbs. The next initial turn coming out of Cigar here. We just see the poke damage go out onto the Miles. Is the Masha going to be enough to drop this Miles here?
Yeah, no proc from the Riley means that he's not going to be able to keep this Masha up. This Masha is going to be dismounted, so no ability to really add a ton of burst. And there we go. That's probably the end of the game there.
That is the end of the game there. Elmimo taking round 1 away from Zephyr.
Out the Tsarian when he lays down a Molly last. So I think we're going to see a Tsarian ban and probably a Riley or a Chroma are going to be the counter bans. Goes with the Juno ban and the Shizuka ban. Interesting choices here by these 2 players.
Yep, Juno and Shizuka getting banned out here. HP lead for Elmimo. Defense lead for Zephyr. We've got a tanky one ahead of us, guys. These 2 are looking for the long haul in this one as we get into our round 2 between Zephyr and Elmimo.
Definitely looking for the long haul here, but that Riley and that Molly together are going to provide so much protection. I don't know if Zephyr's going to have enough burst to get through. His Tsarian's going to need a proc, but all it takes is 1 proc for him to take this.
Riley's going to be cleansing. Oh, not cleansing that bomb. Does get the additional turn, though, so he can cleanse the bomb if he wants to.
Yeah, now Zephyr is going to be eating a lot of damage. Does have a protection from the Nana and from that orb there, but again, Zephyr's waiting for that 1 proc to be able to come in and take out a unit of Elmimo's.
I'm sorry, the Oblivion being applied to the Molly here, and you can see Elmimo's prioritizing the Gianna, trying to take this unit out first.
Yeah, Gianna's tend to be very squishy here. This is Elmimo's chance of victory. He's going to take out 1 unit first and then move around here. Zephyr is counting on a proc at some point with the defense break from the Tsarian to be able to capitalize. And so that's what he's looking for. Let's see if he's going to be able to get this.
Yeah, nice little Despair stun coming out of the Nana, keeping that Ragdoll down, even though Elmimo just cleansed up that stun. Just like that, it's back down. Gianna not looking healthy at all, looking to get removed from the field very soon. But that bomb does not land on top of the Riley, trying to cycle as much damage on that Ragdoll as much as possible.
Yeah, but again, we have the Riley that's going to be providing so much healing. That's why I thought it was going to be the ban, because it does so much, and that's a massive proc there.
Just like that, we had Ragdoll almost being removed from the field at full health. We had Molly able to take down the Gianna, taking that only orb sitting on top of Nana right now. And we can see this Tsarian probably applying the Oblivion back onto the Molly.
Yeah, and really surprised that he did not use the Tessa to attack the Ragdoll there and do a lot of damage there. Not sure if that was intentional, because Zafarius could have had a chance to down the Ragdoll and go up 4 units to 3, but instead, he might be losing his Gianna here.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be losing the Gianna here. He's not able to take any of the units down from Elmimo. So much sustain for him. Looking for any Despair Sense he can get his hands onto. Nothing comes through here. Here comes a possible Oblivion. Oblivion gets resisted. I believe that is Torrent range. No additional turn coming out here. Miles with the additional turn, taking the Ragdoll out, though.
Massive additional turn from the Miles. If he did not get that, this would be game over, because you're looking at 4 units of 3 with lots of survivability. But at this point here, this Chroma is doing a lot of damage. I think Zephyr's going to need to be able to do a lot of damage with this Miles, get a couple more procs, and take out this Chroma.
Yep, we're going to see Tsarian still trying to get the Oblivion on top of the Molly, not getting it here. Elmimo is going to hammer away at this Miles. He does not want to see this unit on the field anymore.
Yeah, Nana does have that orb, though, so all Zephyr needs is a couple of procs here, and he's going to be in good shape. That Chroma taking a lot of damage from that Miles.
Oh, resisted once again. That is 2 times Molly able to resist that Oblivion to keep its passive up here. You can see Elmimo still trying to hammer away at this Miles. And that's his main focus right now.
Yeah, and he does take away the orb from the Nana, but again, if Zephyr does not get a proc here, he might lose that Miles next and put him, he might lose that Miles and Elmimo might go up 3 units to 2.
See if he uses that second skill. No, still continuing with the first skill. And once again, for a third time, another resist of the Oblivion onto the Molly.
Big resistor, and that's a lot of healing coming off that Molly, and preemptively giving the shield to Chroma because he knows that's his win condition here, is to keep this Chroma alive.
Ooh, there's the attack buff. Destroys that Miles. We've got the defense break, and once again, the Oblivion is resisted. Not able to take that Molly out here. Zephyr not getting anything to go his way right now.
Not able to land any of those Oblivions. Absolutely massive misses here, and Elmimo just pumps out so much damage with the Chroma. So unfortunately, I don't think Zephyr's going to be in a position to be able to do enough bursts to be able to win the game.
Yeah, definitely not. There's just so much value on top of this Molly, able to stay alive here. There's the kill onto the Nana, and there you have it, Elmimo taking round 2 away from Zephyr.
Wow, we're looking at a very commanding Riley being taken out at this point as well.
And Riley wrapping up Zephyr's draft here. He has the sustain, but so does Elmimo. Leo's going to be getting the knife here. He gets banned out. Shizuka gets banned out. Both players going with tanky leads here. We're getting into a round 3 between Elmimo and Zephyr. Can Elmimo get a 3-0 upset, or can Zephyr win one to hold on?
Yeah, and this match is going to come down to if Zephyrius can find his window of opportunity to snipe out a unit. He's going to need to bring a lot of burst in because Elmimo has a Abuelio, and he also has a Nana as a backdrop in case something gets sniped out.
Yep, there's that defense break. Branding on top of this Wind Monkey King. He doesn't have a way to cleanse any of that negative effects on top of the Wind Monkey King. Looking to show his focus right now, and that focus is the Cadiz.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he should be hitting the Cadiz there, because that Cadiz is on triple revenge, and that's a lot of damage coming out from that Masha.
Definitely a lot of damage indeed. Able to sustain just a little bit. We do have that second skill going on to the Miles. Does land pretty good on top of the Miles. Miles able to deal a little bit of damage on top of that Wind Monkey King. Riley trying to capitalize off those defense breaks as well. Any despair stuns coming out of this. And we do! We get a defense break despair stun sitting on top of that Miles. Miles isn't going to be able to deal any damage here.
Wow, and this Cadiz doing so much into Elmimo. This Wind Monkey's on lockdown. Elmimo does not have a way to take out a unit very easily if this Wind Monkey's not able to land a hit in. So Zephyr's doing a good job of keeping this Wind Monkey down.
Yep, opting not to go for a wild blow there. Doesn't want to have to transform. Not able to take advantage of that defense break sitting on top of the Miles. No despair stun coming out of Nana. We can see Cadiz removing the Wind Monkey King from the field. No more orbs on top of that Nana here. Additional turn's going to be coming out for this Wusa though.
And that's a massive additional turn. Allows him to protect his team. But at the same time, if he's able to get the strip off, which he does, that's a dead Wind Monkey.
That is a dead Wind Monkey indeed. He's able to get the strip. Additional turn, removing the Wind Monkey from the field with the Masha. A lot of sustain here for Zephyr. Zephyr looking to get his victory here against Elmimo.
Yeah, Zephyr's definitely going to lock this one up here. Elmimo does not have an answer to the triple revenge Cadiz. Elmimo has stopped hitting that Cadiz because he realizes it's on triple revenge. But Elmimo does not have burst. He does not have defense break on his side. And with the Riley sustaining Zephyrius, Zephyrius is going to look to take this one to 2-1.
There's that 2-turn sleep trying to give Elmimo a little room to breathe here, Branding Effect. And the additional turn coming out of this Cadiz.
Yeah, the additional turn coming out from Cadiz, so it's actually a violent revenge build, so very interesting that he was able to get those revenge procs earlier, so definitely a very good unit on those runes there. But again, Zephyrius, just so much control coming out from this Cadiz.
Yeah, let's see if he gets that stun onto the Cadiz. Does land it here. Clean's going to be coming out here. Zephyr's going to be on full-on assault on top of the Nana, choosing to go for the Wusa instead.
Yeah, he's just basically balancing the HPs and finding a window of opportunity to, again, Zephyrius has complete control of this match here. He has a lot of sustain. Elmimo does not have enough burst to take this. It's going to be really hard for Elmimo to come back.
It really is. He needs to gain as many violent procs as possible for Elmimo to hold on in this match here. Any despair stuns coming out. Once again, despair stunning that Miles, and we've got Cadiz trying to take advantage of that branding effect on top of the Nana.
Yeah, and this is his window. There is defense break on the Cadiz, so we might see, there we go. There's a proc from the Riley, which is absolutely massive and closes that window of opportunity.
Smartest Riley ever, able to cleanse the stun on top of the Miles as well, giving that opportunity to remove that Nana from the field. Zephyr definitely having this match under control.
Definitely does. When the Riley procs on command like that, it is one of the best units in the game, able to keep up the entire team, and there's no answer to this Cadiz. This Cadiz is having its way, and that's going to secure the victory for Zephyr.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see Zephyr's trying to pummel that damage on top of the Abelia. Abelia being the only unit to help get sustained from his team. You can see a dropped Miles, though, not able to revive that unit back here. And we've got Branding still on top of that Wusa as well.
Yeah, dropped Miles there, but again, no defense break means there's no window of opportunity. Elmimo, even if he got double procs on both units, might not have that window because Zephyr has great runes and very tanky units here. Don't think any of his units are going to be dying at this point.
Yeah, definitely not. He's going to use that second skill, potentially go for the third skill to really get the shield and immunity up here. Does go with the second skill onto that Cadiz. Additional turn is going to be coming out there. He's going to do his wish of immortality, getting that shield and immunity up to help protect his team.
Yeah, but again, he's not going to be able to get through this Cadiz and the Riley backup. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Even if he proc there, I don't think he'd be able to take this one down. So Elmimo should learn from the previous SWC contestants and know that there is a quit button at the bottom left. You do have 2 more matches left. This match is over.
Well, you can see Almimo's trying his darnest to get rid of this Cadiz. He's trying to pummel in all that damage as possible. And he's stunned here. Stun does come through. No cleanse is going to be coming out from Zeph unless he gets the additional turn. No additional turn is going to be coming out here. Big second skill, removing the Abelio from the field. Now to work on the Wusa. That is definitely it for Elmimo here.
Definitely it here. Wusa's not going to be able to do enough. And there we go. Zepha's going to be able to take this to 1-2.
That's right. Zepha held on, getting his
Ragdoll. And Zepha's really banking on clearing out a unit with this Benedict.
There's a Darien last pick coming out of Elmimo, and I'm at a loss for words. We've got a wild match ahead of us here.
I am so surprised here, but when he takes out the Nana, that makes sense. Elmimo's thinking one of his units may go down, but he's going to be able to win the long game here. So it's going to come down to the tankiness of Elmimo's team, and if he's able to do much more beyond turn 1.
Well, let's see what these players got in store. There's almost no will runes for this Gianna here. Bomb does land on top of the Ragdoll. This is an exciting one, guys, as we get into round 4 between Zepha and Elmimo.
Incredibly exciting one, and actually a very unlucky proc from Zephyrius there, giving Elmimo a lot of attack bar off the bat.
Yep, definitely. Ooh, a little additional turn coming out of this Nikki here. We could see that third skill, and we're going to pump in some serious damage. What kind of numbers are we going to see coming out of this Nikki? That was not too shabby.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's actually a very big proc there, but that's a very squishy Benedict here, so that Benedict does not die. It's going to do a ton of damage.
Well, let's see what kind of damage is going to be happening here with this Darien left on the field. We see a first skill going out. His unit focus is going to be the Benedict. Benedict, show us why you're drafted here.
Benedict's going to do a ton of damage with its skills and attack buff here, but surprisingly not as much as I would expect here, and that Benedict might go down. It's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Benedict does get stunned up here. We've got Ragdoll is probably going to get removed from the field with all those bombs laying on top of him. Chroma able to keep the team alive with all these missed crits here. Big cleanse coming out of Nikki. Benedict still alive to do a little bit more chaos.
Yeah, big cleanse coming out from Nikki. Zepha's got a lot of HP to work with. Only has 2 units to kill here, so Elmimo really needs to do a lot of damage and get some despair stuns.
Whoa! Benedict bringing it through. Zepha taking round 4.
Team's looking a little light into all that sustain that's on Elmimo's team.
Definitely. He's going to be bringing the Mash. I don't know if that was the unit of damage to bring here, but Nana's going to get the ban here. Double HP leads. We're looking at another long one coming out of Elmimo and Zepha.
Definitely looking at a long one, and we're going to again see that Zepha's going to need to take a proc to find his window of opportunity to kill a unit of Elmimo's.
There's that first skill. Elmimo looking to tag at the Mash at first, looking for that dismount as soon as possible. Nice little take there with Bolvar getting the additional turn up to 4 stacks.
Yeah, and at this point here, Zepha's going straight for the Jaeger. It's going to hope to get a proc on this Masha. If he can get a proc on that Masha and down the Jaeger, he's going to win the game. If not, we're going to see this go out for a very long time.
Ooh, look at the defense break does land on top of the Jaeger, almost removing that unit from the field. Shield's going to be coming up here. Looking at a silence potentially going out here on... Oh, nope, just looking for the damage onto the Masha.
Yeah, and I really do like how tanky that Masha is. It is very tanky compared to most of the ones that you see on the ladder, and that's why it's very difficult to dismount that unit.
Yep, he's really trying to dismount that Masha as soon as possible. We've got Bolvar looking to probably take that shield away to get some value here. Does not get that take.
Yeah, and Zepha's next window of opportunity is going to be able to be getting buffs onto that Bolvark and then using that Bolvark to sap HP away from the Jaeger to get a proc and kill it. But that window looks like it's really tough to attain.
Yeah, it's definitely getting smaller and smaller now that the Masha has been dismounted. Defense break sitting on top of that Jaeger, trying to take advantage of that unit right now.
Yeah, and there's attack buffs going on Elmimo's side, so that's a lot. But at the same time, we have a full stack Bolvar coming up, so as long as Zepha can get a proc, do enough damage, he might be able to take out this Jaeger here.
Yep, he's able to get a little bit of value here. Jaeger's looking a little bit low. Masha might be the one to take it out unless Molly's got something to say about it.
Actually, Zepha looks to be in a good spot. That Masha's going to take out Jaeger. Jaeger goes down here, and Zepha's up 4 units to 3.
Yep, definitely 4 units 3 for sure. A lot of sustain still left on Elmimo's side of the field. You can see a big first skill going out onto the Masha. Masha's still alive, though. Taking advantage. Defense break sitting on top of Riley. Drops the Riley!
Wow, and Riley goes down. Zepha's able to crack the defense of Elmimo here. Elmimo is not going to be able to come back here. Does not have enough burst on his team. Zepha just being able to do so much damage and take the upper hand.
Big damage coming out of Masha, trying to drop this Molly from the field. Looks like Juno's going to be the unit there. Zepha really putting a statement here, taking round 5 and being